As you know, today is Halloween, and we are diving into some spooky claims about beef that have haunted some consumers for years.
And maybe you've heard some of these. So joining us now is Jessica Sperber. She is a feedlot specialist with Nebraska Extension. Thanks for being here today, Jessica.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
So a common claim, antibiotic-free beef is best.
Yeah, so the reality is that all beef legally sold in the United States is antibiotic free. And this is because federal regulation mandates that we have a withdrawal period after antibiotic administration. So that means we would give an antibiotic, then there's a set number of days before that animal can go for harvest. And so we're really not concerned about it from that standpoint. There's also a lot of federal regulations that are in place, such as the Veterinary Feed Directive, which ensures the judicious use of antibiotics. So in more practical terms, if you or I were to get sick and we went to the doctor for antibiotic treatment, cattle producers also monitor their cattle's health to ensure animal welfare and animal health and treat those cattle when needed.
What about beef raised without hormones? We always hear that too.
Yeah, or hormone-free beef, I've heard.
Yeah.
The reality is that all multicellular organisms do have naturally occurring hormones, and that includes beef, vegetables, fruit, tofu, bread. And so cattle producers do utilize those naturally occurring hormones as growth enhancing technologies, and these are called an implant that we place underneath the skin of the ear of the animal. And that actually increases or improves our efficiency of beef production. So we get more pounds of beef with fewer resources.
Do we need to be worried about the hormone activity of beef from implanted cattle?
Yeah, let's talk about in practical terms. So number one, absolutely not. We do not need to be concerned, but say that you guys go for a hamburger for lunch. Actually, the bun that you're consuming has thousands more estrogen activity than the beef. And the beef from non-implanted cattle versus the beef from implanted cattle only differs by about 1 to 2 nanograms. And for reference, a nanogram is 1/10000000th of a gram, or 1 blade of grass in a football field. So we're really not concerned about the estrogen activity of beef from implanted or beef from non-implanted cattle.
Wow, okay, so what about the idea that cattle shouldn't eat corn? We often maybe hear grass-fed is better than corn. What do you think?
Yeah, there is no concern with cattle eating corn, and this is because corn is a great carbohydrate and an energy source for those animals. And this is because cattle are ruminants, and what makes them a ruminant is that their largest compartment of their stomach, the rumen, actually acts as a fermentation vat. And this allows cattle to consume feedstuffs that humans can consume, but also that humans cannot consume, such as forages with a lot of cellulose within them. And so let's talk about corn. Corn is a great energy source for those animals. They can utilize it to create protein, but what they can also do is utilize byproducts of different food industries, such as Halloween candy production. We can use the waste and byproducts from that Halloween candy production and feed that to cattle, because the bacteria in the rumen actually change those byproducts and change that feed stuff from a carbohydrate into a protein, which makes cattle one of the most impressive upcyclers on the planet, because they have the ability to create proteins from carbohydrates, which ends up on our plate as safe, delicious, and nutritious beef.
Okay, where can people go for more information about all of this?
Beef.unl.edu.
All right, good stuff. Jessica, thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.